So I'll make it easy first. I'm in Greece. You know that. I'm on an island called Paros, which is in the Cyclades. And that's like the islands that are famous for the whitewashed walls and the vibrant doors and the windy sea and all that. So I'm in the middle of like what you see on TikTok when you see Greek islands.
I
And it was
love that.
actually named number one island of the year.
Wow. So you just got there
Yeah.
today, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, well,
7 hours ago.
Thank you for agreeing to join me, Deborah, Jordan, Beth, and the Weight of Almost. Thanks for joining us. Um, if you missed the very first one, Kristen, thanks for joining. Anna was the reason this whole thing started. So I am so happy to have her with me to close out my August finale. To be honest, almost full disclosure, thanks for joining. All right, we are sitting with the Greek goddess, and we're going to talk about my first question comes from Rhodes, the bona fide Greek god. I don't know if you remember, but you called your choppy Greek both a secret weapon and a bane. What's the most unexpected door it has opened for you?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I really just use it a lot to flirt with men. I'm not gonna lie, because the
That's the
second that I
only reason to
see
learn,
like a
right?
hot Greek man, yeah, I mean, like it's great for my favorite people that I've met in Greece that are Greek are like the like almost aunt figures.
Mm.
Um, So the ones that are like around my mom's age and kind of take me in, like, so those are really fun conversations because now I can kind of understand more of what they're talking about. The Greek language in general is just really, really beautiful. And a lot of the words that they have, we don't even have a way to express it in English.
Wow.
So that's been like that's the spiritual side of it. And then like the goofy side of it is when I'm like, yes, I'll signori, it's a cafe. And it rolls.
Well, I commend you. I barely know English, so anybody who picks up another language, especially one that doesn't translate into English very well, is commendable. So I love that you have dedicated yourself to learning the language, and I love that you find yourself with like the and. I was like, don't they have nonas there too? Like, aren't like don't they also?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There's the
Kristen.
yayas. We call them yaya.
Yeah, yes. Okay, yes. I was like, I can't remember. Notice is Italian, I guess. That's more of, I guess, my language.
Mhm.
Kristen said they invented the French kiss. I don't know if that's true or not. Can you confirm or deny?
I plead the fifth.
I want to say something smart about what just happened today to you, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Ben, but true. Thanks for joining us. Anna's in Greece, so if we get disconnected, just bear with us because obviously connection is fun. Her phone also likes to overheat, so join the ride. We're just getting started. Everybody, thank you for joining. Uh, I have obviously another question because this is what we do here. You trusted a gut feeling that someone who looked intimately would actually be kind. Wait, sorry, someone who looked intimidating would actually be kind. Do you usually listen to your instincts like that?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I used to not.
Mm.
Sorry, it cut out for a second. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. I used to not, and every time that I didn't listen to my gut, I regretted it. So
Mhm.
now, especially being in a country where I can't fully communicate with everyone because everyone has a base level of English here, like it's especially if they're our age. The older generations, not so much, but 40 and below, definitely everyone speaks English to an extent. But sometimes you find yourself in situations where you have to use hand gestures and is someone's smile warm or does it look like they want something from me or I really am very, very dependent on my gut now because I can't fully communicate. That's one of the reasons I want to learn. I want to be respectful of the culture, of course, but yeah, I there have been several situations where I'll approach the person that maybe you wouldn't necessarily approach, and like I think it's funny, you'll probably think it's funny, but here tattoos are still kind of taboo, and you're covered, I'm covered, and
Mm.
I go find the tattooed people. I'm like, "Hey, you." Help me.
Well,
So
it's you definitely talked about a tattoo guy in one of your posts, and I definitely have questions, so we'll definitely get to that point, and so that's funny that you said that, and it's funny to learn that it's taboo kinda there. I mean, everybody evolves in time, right? It took the United States a really long time to even accept it. Like, I
yeah,
couldn't use it to work, so I respect everybody's understanding of they probably think bodies are sacred, and they sure are not to be marked in that type of way, but I feel it's so expressive, and I love it, and I know you
yeah.
do too.
It's the older folks.
It typically is, again, because I speak to my 92-year-old grandfather who doesn't understand baseball anymore because it's changed so much. So it's just like, I if that's his reality, then just imagine everything else, you know? Sunny,
Of
hi,
course.
thanks for
Of
joining.
course.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Beth, thanks for joining. Hello, hello. M3 cents, thanks for joining. Sunny says, haha, I just talked to the checkout girl. She gave me a guy that does amazing tattoos. So yeah, find your link wherever you
Oh,
can find it. And if you're lucky, sometimes they're
yes. Get
hot.
your people.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like now I have to go find the questions about. Yep, here you go. You you choose tattoo artists by presence, not just portfolio. Where else in life do you filter by energy over credentials?
Oh, business partners.
Mm.
I for those of you who don't know that I help run my family's business. That's part of the reason that I can live abroad is because I've always been remote. And because of that, I'm very dependent on people on the ground to help us run our business. Also dependent on different vendors to hold up their end, like whether it's a technology vendor or a housekeeping company or something like that. So that's somewhere that, obviously I want to see references. I want to see the Carfax, show me the Carfax, but I'm also going to be going into business with you. So that's probably somewhere that I do that. And then same thing with like people that want to take me out on a date or somebody that wants to be my friend here because there's a lot of expats in
Mm.
Athens, and that's where I'm based out of is Athens. So you have a lot of people that want to connect, and it can be really overwhelming at times. So I immediately go off of, I've met people that I I met a woman who her husband created ChatGPT.
Stop it.
Okay. I have met insane people here, but she was crazy. So, like, I wasn't gonna go hang out with her, even though I could probably get whatever I wanted if I hung out with her, you know? So, um, just everywhere, honestly. I know. I'm unfiltered, you know this.
I love it though. That's why I enjoy every conversation with you because I know that it's not gonna be some made up bullshit. Like Anna's always gonna keep it real and unfiltered,
No,
and that's what we like
no.
here. Um, okay, so I do
Everywhere. That's the short answer.
yeah, I mean, but you're bringing up such a valid point, especially I never even thought about, like, business, like, right? Um, if I'm I'm in the process of writing a book. I know that you're in the process of writing a book, and I think about if I ever really
Yeah,
wanted an editor, if I really wanted somebody to edit my words, because sometimes I'm very torn about it, like, maybe self-publish is what I would like because I don't want it to be changed too much, but I also appreciate people's opinions. Now, I'm not gonna just pick any editor. Like, it has to be an editor that understands me, my vision, and not want to change it, I feel like, but want to continue to enhance it
yeah,
for better reading or whatever the case might be. So, it's interesting that you
yep,
brought that up. I can appreciate that. And
yeah.
of course,
Well, and
dating,
it's like,
that's
if you think about it yeah,
Mhm.
if you think about, like, especially in a business setting, if you have the right person, you can learn together.
Mm.
Like, if we both have the goal, the same vision, like with the book editing, that's a great example. Like, we both want this to be portrayed by this book.
Right.
And iron can sharpen iron here and we can make it better together and we can learn and grow together. If you have somebody that comes in and is like, well, I've published this many, da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, well, then go publish another one over there. Get away from me.
True. I mean, I
So,
think I would be exactly the same way, so that's funny. Monday's wife, thanks for joining. So Sunny had a couple questions. I think they were asking, how do you find a good tattoo artist? Like, for me, it's vibe. It's not portfolio at all. It's vibe. Like I'm somebody that's looking for an artist. Like I don't need somebody that can copy and paste and put something on my body. I want somebody that I can word vomit
yeah,
whatever I'm looking to get and then they actually put it together. So like my throat, this is not something you find on Google Image. This was created based on what my mind had, right? So it's definitely for me. I have to find the artist in the tattoo artist, not just somebody that can copy and
Yeah,
paste something. I don't know about you. I would assume,
absolutely.
yeah, probably same vibe.
Yeah, I actually, if yeah, I don't know if folks in the chat have read what I wrote about my story with the tattoo artist, but that's like where this question came from. I think is
Yeah.
I had gone to two other shops before I landed on this one, and the reason I walked out of those shops was because it was like I don't know, it just felt so like stuffy. And I was like, I I want a tattoo. Like I want art. I know what I want, but I also want somebody to take what's in my head and make it blend with what's already on my body.
Mm,
And I need an artist to do that. I don't need you to look it up on Google or Pinterest or whatever. Like use those for inspo, but let's see what you got, you know? So that's how I am as well.
that's totally valid, and I love that you brought into the context. Yes, you did get tattooed in another country by a lovely gentleman, and you did write about it, and I love that it
Yeah.
was more like a Destin thing, like, "Hey, I did walk into 2 other shops," and I was like, no," and then I walked into this person's shop, and I had this type of experience. I can't remember the name
And
off the top of my head either, so I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the roads,
I think it's
the one that
something
was
about
never really about him. Was it that one?
that one, and then there's two. So there's that one, and the first one is the one with the needle and the bluegrass playlist.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, of course you would know your work.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So
remembering.
like of
Sunny
course, of course.
Sunny also asks, "Is your book published?" So I mine is not. It is a work in progress. Anna's is not. I believe it is a work
Eh,
in progress. Um, but they will be.
it's
We're
still
putting
being lived, babe.
there you go. There you go. Mine is still being researched. I'm still unpacking a whole bunch of generational trauma with my 92-year-old grandfather. So we're having a great time over here.
I'm so
Uh,
excited for yours.
they're definitely two different genres of books. But I think they're both going to be super impactful, and we're manifesting that they will be published and they will be somewhere available sooner than later. Um,
Yes.
Sunny says vibes. Yes, so cool. So you let them create. Yes, that's the whole point. Is again, you're going to a tattoo artist because it's art you're putting on your body. So they need to be able to create the entire vision, and then it's not just slap it on somewhere because even positioning, even where you put it on your body is symbolic and stuff like that. So I'm sure you got. I
Yeah.
mean, if you got any
Yeah.
art ones, I'm sure you have like reasons why they're going in a certain direction.
Yep.
My tattoo. Somebody asked, mom's wife asked, Monday's wife asked, but my tattoo is a lotus flower, and then it has an eye in the middle. So that's
Awesome.
mine. But I mean, I have thousands. I have hundreds of them. But
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I only
catching
have
up on
15.
15. I mean, I feel like I have 15 like on one arm. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
kidding.
yeah. I'm like a space person. I like to have the space with it. But I will say I think that there are two artists in this world that I trust that I would go, okay, if I gave you like a limb just to do whatever you want, what would you do? We'll see.
It's funny. I've kept my legs free of any type of ink, and I worked solely on just my like torso, arms area. And I'm like, the legs are going to be saved for something special. I can feel it now. Um,
Yeah.
Monday's wife said, "How about if you're not a creative person?" And I don't remember in what context that was probably to. So if you can remind us, that
Probably the tattoos.
was it. She's not creative, so she can't come up with
Yeah.
tattoos.
So Monday's wife, what I do, because I mean, I would say I'm a creative person. So, but for my friends that are not creative, they usually find a picture of something they really like, and then find the placement that you like on somebody else. I usually try to find someone with a similar body type as well, because that does make a big difference. Your artists are also really going to know if they're good artists, they're going to know how to place certain pieces to where, like, if you gain weight or lose weight or whatever, it's not going to impact it too much. Like, I have this wrapped around my arm, and I've lost like 80 pounds since I got that tattoo. And now it just frames my bicep. So it's like before it was just kind of like whatever, but now
Mhm.
it sits with my bicep because he was really intentional with that. but you just didn't have a conversation with them, especially if it's going to be a bigger piece. I would recommend a consultation. And then I would get a consultation with a couple artists and see what their take is, and then see if you like it. And maybe you like something from this guy and you like something from this guy. I've even heard of people having artists collaborate together and doing the piece together. So if you're in the same city, that's a possibility as well.
I love that answer too. Thank you. Thank you for taking that one. This is why you're here. No,
Of
just kidding.
course. I would love tattoos, babe.
Yeah, we love them. So Sunny said my lotus flower has spiritual meaning, and it definitely does. I've always like been so intrigued by lotuses because I'm like something so beautiful comes from mud. And like that's the lesson of life that I like have to always
Yeah.
remember that even in your darkest days, just understand that something beautiful will come from it. And like that's kind of the way that I've always looked at lotus flowers, and it was very intentional to put it where I put it and have it where I have it because it does have very spiritual meanings. Beth says I have a tattoo of a seeding dandelion on my shoulder. That's probably beautiful and also very.
Oh,
My sister has like
yeah.
different blooming stages of a flower on her arm too. So like again, flowers are they could be very pretty in the way that they're be put.
They
Um
can, yeah.
all right. So I'm gonna stop real quick with the comments because I have more questions. We have more questions, people. We could spend all day talking to you through comments, but then we would not get through any of these questions. All right.
But
So
we can also spend all day talking about tattoos.
we could valid point there. It's funny because I have like you have a tattoo. It says I'm still here, feels both defiant and tender. What does it whisper to you in the hardest days? But it's you had written it in like Greek, so I don't know how to say what it actually says. So
I got you. So it's in Greek, it's ime koma edo, which means I'm still here. Um, I knew I wanted something like that because this whole side of my upper body is like my story. So it
Mhm.
started with a small piece on my shoulder that says redeemed. And then I had this like, I actually, what's funny is I drew these leaves and I gave them to the artist. And I was like, can you do something like this, but like make it look like new growth? Both and just it's gonna be cutesy and we're going into a new phase of life and whatever. So that's what I wanted here. And then I've got like a Greek pillar kind of faded here as like a, the architecture here and the ancient ruins here are so beautiful and they're weathered and they've been through everything that has been thrown at them and they're still beautiful. Um, and I think it's because of that. It's not in spite of it. It's because of the things that they've survived. And then the Ime Come those right here with he added the greenery to keep it in on theme with everything else on my body. But it's just like a reminder to myself, like I've been through a lot. Like my life has not been it's not been as hard as other people, right? But we're not going to compare. Like everybody's journey is their journey. My life has not been easy. Um, and the things that got me here are very, very interesting, which I write about, but I'm still here through all of that. So it's just like a nice reminder of like, I can make it through. I've made it through hell and I'm now living a beautiful life that I've dreamed of. And I'm still here. And like, maybe it'll get worse, maybe it'll get better, but no matter what happens, I'm still here.
Mm, I love that. It's a beautiful sentiment, and that's what tattoos are there for to like little reminders of the journeys that we've already been through, the things that we've already conquered. I
Yeah.
also I also could relate to you, but saying like, yeah, I've been through stuff, maybe not as bad as other people. Like I think we all do that, or at least the ones that are aware of things do that. And I think that sometimes it's a negative
Yeah.
thing. Give the space. Like you've gone through hard stuff. They were hard to you and it was your lessons to learn. And no, but it doesn't need, like you said, it doesn't need to be compared to anything. I'm glad that you survived it all. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that we're having this live. I'm glad that you're in Greece. You're exploring your best self. And it really is like, I don't want to shout out your age, but you were going to come into a new decade of your life soon. And like, that's all that's beautiful. That everything that you're doing is beautiful. Everything that you've survived is beautiful, even if it almost killed you. The fact that you're still here is beautiful, you know? So I won't get it too mushy, but
It's raining in the clouds.
but I will welcome in Laura, Jordan, Monday's wife, Frederico. Thank you for joining. Um, Yeah, so it's just it is a again, if you're new to my space, this is the inner room. We do talk and we do have fun, but we also are understanding of the fact that real shit has happened to all of us, and real shit has affected all of us, and that is
Yeah.
what have brought us all to the Substack universe of sharing our words, our stories, and hopes to help inspire and motivate somebody else, and most importantly, so people know that they're not alone. Because I know that a lot of the stuff that I've gone through alone. Like I felt like I had no friends. I felt like I couldn't trust my family. Like I just kind of like kept them all inside and kept it all in my own head and was working through it. And the truth is like you don't know how to get through things unless you're shown, unless you're helped, unless you're supported. And sometimes it just the roads are a little bit longer for some people. So I appreciate you being here. And I adore that you are. Let's get into I'm gonna get her back. She's got her own little while I get Anna back, if you guys are just joining, she's in Greece. Her phone sometimes overheats. Her Wi-Fi is sometimes wacky, but she is definitely worth hanging out with me and listening to. Beth, I do really like that your tattoo, the seeds represent endless possibilities. I really like that sentiment that you have on your own body. So I agree with Sunny, a renewal of life. La, 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 la. Whose market? Oh my god. Okay, that's a good idea. My question was hard. Maybe just I should make it a tattoo. Wait, what are you gonna make a tattoo? Bianca, thanks for joining. I'm getting my co-host back. She's dealing with overheating phones and shitty Wi-Fi. So bear with me. um an equation. You're gonna put a math equation on your body? I would love that. I'm sure it'll look amazing. What kind of equation though? I'm also over here trying to figure out what's the next question I'm gonna ask the lovely Anna when I get her back. I like a you're gonna have to like comment it or something because I love all your little diagrams and stuff. Take your time, Beth. I gotta wait for my co-host anyway. This is what happens when you're it's real life stuff, regression equation. It's symbolic to you, is it not? I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know what that looks like. But I think Monday's wife has figured out a tattoo for herself, and my co-host is joining. Einstein's formula would be so cool. Diagrams also work. Oh, she's back, and she got some food. Well,
We still have Pringles.
yo, that's great. Monday's wife just got inspired by all of your help for a tattoo, and I think she's figured out what she's gonna get.
What are you gonna get? What is she gonna get?
Uh, so she is really big into math. Regression equation. So Sunny was saying that Einstein's formula would be cool as well. Jennifer Tate, thanks for joining us. But yeah, she'll tell you anything. I'm over here looking. Okay, I don't know how many people in our chat know the lovely Anna Lewis, but if you don't know, she has a secret talent, and she actually you actually I think you wrote about it because I have a question about it. So it
Mhm.
says singing with a live band for the first time. What surprised you most about being on that stage?
Well, that would be a spoiler. But, I think how comfortable I felt. I've never like you said, I've never done that before. Um, so to be up there with a band and it's not a set, it's not just an acoustic guitar playing, that's what I'm used to playing with. It's like an actual, like, drum and bass and electric guitar, and it was all very, very different. I've always been an instrumentalist in that setting, never a vocalist.
Mm.
But I immediately felt at home. I was like, "Oh, like, this is easy. Like, I love this song. I'm just gonna sing it and have fun." So I did it, and it's not a paid gig, nothing like that. They knew I was in town and they wanted me to sing. So I came out and I sang some tunes.
I mean, I love that. I love that. I have done karaoke one time, and it wasn't even real karaoke because I chose an Eminem song, so I rapped. So I didn't even sing.
Awesome.
Because I don't have a voice, but like I love music. I and everybody the passion that I have for music, the way music moves me as a person is insane. And also Monday's wife said you're extremely beautiful, just so you know. She said Anna is so pretty, so you're getting complimented. You're both so creative. How cool is that? But I think look at you worried about yourself earlier. I told you you look gorge, hun. You're gorge. But yeah, so like music is definitely like
Sleep deprived.
still gorge. But music is definitely something that I everybody's like I have like music stuff on my tattoos and stuff. And I'm like, oh, are you a singer or do you play an instrument? And I'm like, no, I'm just a big fan of it. Like genuinely a big fan of it. So I don't know what is your
Just a big fan.
I'm just a big fan of music. Like I just love music. I have no talent with it whatsoever. But I know you do karaoke. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Do you already know the answer to this question?
Maybe, maybe not, but our viewers do not. So I do.
Okay. I just didn't know. I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I think you had done a little clip of that. I think it was maybe on your gram, if I remember. I don't remember where I saw like a little you
Yeah.
had like a little video of you because I think you tried to you might have tagged, or maybe it was another artist that you had tagged too that you did one of their songs too. But either way, that song is iconic. And the fact that that is your go-to
Yeah.
karaoke song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beth is like, that's amazing. That's a different
That song and The Climb. I think that's the other one you're thinking of.
Ah, The Climb. I love The Climb too. You know, that was when Miley Cyrus was
Yeah.
really she was in touch with her feelings, I felt like. She knew what the fuck she girl. She was.
Yeah.
She is. I mean, she is. She is. I'm not gonna take away from her what she's still doing, but I think that was very much when I started to like, oh, Miley, I see you. I see you. So some people are asking
And
for that video. And I was like, I don't know if I think it's like I said, I don't know if you did something on Instagram, but I think if you have a minute, we would love to hear just a verse of that song, maybe.
The Climb.
But either one, The Climb or the Whitney
Sure.
Houston.
I don't know how it's going to sound on here. I'll do The Climb because I'm in like a collective building and I don't want to be too loud.
I love you.
This is
Just,
so
just know
awkward.
that I love you.
I love you. I've never sang with my AirPods in either, so this will be interesting. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost in no direction. And my faith is shaking, but I gotta keep struggling. I gotta keep riding, head high.
That's amazing. You're amazing.
Okay.
You're amazing.
I just wanna check.
You don't have to hit the climb because it's loud and long. But thank you for doing that. And I love also that when you sing, more of your like southern accent I hear. Like I don't feel like you have a southern
Yeah.
accent when we normally talk, but like when you sing, I can like I feel like I'm trying to think of like like not like a Reba, but like some type of maybe a Reba, I don't know, but like some type of southern like little undertones. And I'm like, I love this. I love this.
Yeah. It's a little twangy.
It is a little twangy. I like it. Sunny says, "What a great voice, everybody! Thank you, thank you." If you guys didn't know, Anna
Thank you.
is great in a lot of things. She's multi-talented. All right. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're here for the compliments today. All right. I'm gonna ask something random, I guess. What does island life bring out in you that city life doesn't?
Oh my God. Do you want the politically correct answer or the wild?
No, I want the real fucking Anna answer.
Yeah, it brings out a spontaneity that makes absolutely no sense. Like, I get on an island, I'm like, fuck it. Who who's gonna see me again? You know? Like, whatever. So I book one island trip a month is kind of my goal. And I do it for my mental health. Because it's like in Athens, I'm responsible. And then on the islands, I'm just like, I'm only here for 4 days, whatever. And I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
I love that you give yourself like the freedom to be like probably you in these places that
Yeah.
these people, even if you did come across them again, it wouldn't matter. It's irrelevant. Like these islands represent like a type of
Yeah.
freedom I feel like
Yeah.
that you get out of it. So I think that's awesome. Um
Yeah.
Sunny
It's fun.
we're done with the singing. We're moving on. Sorry, Sunny. They said
I'm underscore Anna in Greece on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to follow me there, I post more singing there.
yeah, she does on everybody. This is not like I'm not telling you have to because I get it. Like Substack is a world, but Anna is on Instagram and I have her on Instagram, and it is a delight. It is a delight. Plus, you do showcase because of like the way that platform is. Obviously, it encourages more of videos and stuff like that as opposed to writing. So I think some of the videos that you have shown are endearing because I love the fact that we get to see what Greece looks
Yeah.
like, you know? So,
Yeah.
all right. Do you
Yeah.
think friendship gives us a kind of courage we can't always access alone?
1,000%. Like 1,000%. Or is this a reference to more roads? Was that where this is coming from?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
So
bona fide Greek god.
yes, Sunny, I am. Yeah, Sunny, I am on Substack. And we're talking about one of my pieces right now. I did a whole sorry, I'm gonna plug myself really quick. I did a whole like series about my girls' trip to Rhodes, which is a Greek island here in between Turkey and Greece. And it was so fun and we met so many people. And I was like, oh my God, I could do Rhodes as friends episodes. So that's what I did. So every episode is like the one da 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 da. You like that? So
I do. I'm a huge
yes, I
Friends
think
fan, so I
I
love
know
that.
having yeah, it's been fun. Like, it's been fun to write it that way because 'cause I'm a big fan too, and a lot of Europeans love Friends as well because that's one of the ways they learn English here. So, like, everybody knows all the tea,
You know,
which
to
I think
think
that's a crazy way to learn English, but
right, to think about people in Greece learning English from Joey Tribbiani is fucking hilarious. That's funny. All
yeah,
right.
yeah. That in The Office, like, they watch crazy. Sorry.
I love that though. I love that Michael is influencing generations of Greeks.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So
I went on a date and somebody made a "That's what she said" joke, and I was like, "What?"
that's funny. All right. So I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and never say anything about you plugging. This whole series, this whole inner room that I've created is for writers to plug their work and advertise themselves. Because I think it's one thing to like go
Okay.
and like read people's work, but when you get to see them and like put a face and a voice to them, all of a sudden their writing becomes even more elevated because now you have you feel like you know them a
Yeah.
little, so I love doing this to promote everybody's work on Substack because there's a billion different writers on here that are all amazing in their own way and they all have stories that are worth sharing. So
Yes.
um for anybody that doesn't know,
Yes.
Anna was my very first live guest. She and I had thought of a cool little thing called locals loading because I have also left the place that I have lived and lived in another place, but nothing like Greece. It was just Florida. So we thought it'd be cool to kind of bring that perspective to alive. And because of that, it sparked unscripted and unfiltered, which then sparked this 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 series that's called The Inner Room now. What was the spark for you to put your own voice out publicly?
I'm having some internet issues. Can you repeat the question? I know
Yeah, it's fine.
the intro, but then it just like cut.
That's fine. Oh, the question itself was, what was the spark for you to put your own voice out publicly?
Oh my gosh. And I'm so sorry if I interrupted you. It was like so it's my bad.
Oh. It's lagging. That's all.
I yeah. Yeah, sorry. If it gets bad for y'all, just let me know and I'll pop out and I'll come back.
You're fine. You're fine.
Um For me, it was actually I was telling a story to one of my girlfriends, and I said, "Hold on, let me go get my journal because I wrote this down like verbatim what happened." And when I read her what happened, she was like, "Why is this not somewhere?" And I was like, "What?" She was like, "That's your journal." I said, "Yeah, that was my journal." And she was like, "So that's unedited?" I said, "Yeah, it's my journal. What do you mean?" She was like, "Put your journal on the internet." So that's what started it for me. It was one of my girlfriends encouraging me to share the chaos that is my life.
I kind of
What
love that.
about you?
I kind of love that. So it was losing my career and like 2 a.m. Google searches in my bedroom of where can I have an online journal? Like that's what I wanted. I wanted like a diary type of format, but like in a blogging type of setting.
Mm,
And I stumbled across Substack, and I'll be honest, I genuinely feel like I was being pulled to do it. Not that like it was something that I had thought
yeah,
about forever or somebody inspired. Like I just felt like I was being pulled to write again because it was something that I was doing when I was in high school, but then like life happened and I just stopped creating. And it was like, all right, well, now that you have no career and you have time, why don't you do this? And it was like my life was pulling me to express myself, to share and to create a space that I wish I had during all the messy middles of life. So that's kind of,
yeah.
what I'm doing here. Um
I love that.
I love that your friend encouraged you to spill your beans too. It's just it's a beautiful thing.
And the other piece of it is I did not know Substack existed, but if you guys read about the Brit, that's who introduced me to Substack, and I'm pretty sure he found
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and, he didn't like how he was betrayed. Not betrayed, portrayed, but he can kiss my ass. So,
Yeah, we know how that one ends. Oh, man. I was funny. I didn't wanna say it for you, but I knew that, the Brit had a lot to do with this, and it was funny because I was gonna ask you
yeah,
if he ever found it, but, people that read like, my ex had sent me, like, in the 2 emails that she eventually communicated to me, she was like, "Stop writing about me," or whatever, like, or "Don't put my name," like, having all this stuff is like, people that read what somebody else thinks about them and it's not what they think about them, it's super triggering for them. And it's just like, for me, it's just like, I understand how I would
yeah,
like to be viewed, but I also understand that people are going to view me in ways that they're only capable of based on their own capacity. So it's not my job to make somebody
yeah,
see themselves how they should see themselves. That's not my job. I'm just gonna convey my truth, my version, and that's what this
yeah,
is about. This is not me pointing fingers at people being bad people. This is just me. This is what happened. This was my experience. This was my takeaway from the experience, and this
yeah,
is and they're just ghosts. They're over there. They're chilling. Sunny
yep,
said, "What a
yep,
great way to express
and, like,
yourself, Adam."
nobody
Sorry. Go ahead.
thank you. I was just saying, like, for those people, it's like nobody really knows who you are unless they are part of the story. So, and the people that I talk about in my stories already have an opinion of you. So it's like, I'm not altering that.
Mhm. Right, 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 right. Absolutely. That's funny. Beth shares that she
It's
came
fine.
to Substack early in the year after walking out of her job, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that a lot of us have found this space to continue to do things. I mean, Anna still has her job because she has a job, but I love that you have this ability to be creative and
I do.
express the things that are happening. Um, so Sunny says, Beth, I stumbled onto the Substack looking for true journalism. I love it. What was the reason about that you walked out of your job? And she said she was an office manager for a toxic elderly local land developer, residential home builder. I'm already a trauma survivor. I could not take his abuse. Well, I'm glad that you found your way out of it. And then I'm glad that you stumbled
Mhm.
upon the Substack world where apparently real genuine people live because it's crazy out here.
Yes.
um
Yes.
What's a
It is.
subject what's a subject or a theme, do you find yourself circling back to again and again in your writing? I know the answer, but
Um, my really eventful but, not, I would say my chaotic love life. That's what I'm trying to say. My chaotic love life is a consistent theme because, I mean, I'm in Greece, so I'm not out here being out. If I was, it'd be, I guess, everyone's business because I would put it on the internet. But I do go on dates, I do meet people, and I think through dating, you learn a lot about yourself. You obviously learn the things that you like and don't like in a partner, through your experiences, but you learn so much about how, like what you were talking about, how you're perceived, through different.
oh, booey. Alright, we will get her back as usual. Um, Sunny, I agree that she stood up for her ground. That's powerful, good for Beth. Tracy says, "I had reached a point of giving 0 fucks wisdom." I love that. I love that. 0 fucks wisdom. I feel like at 36, I have gotten to that point of 0 fucks wisdom. My again, it's not my responsibility to make people like me. People are gonna have their own opinions about me. That is what it is. But you definitely have the right to walk out of anything that's not benefiting you in a positive way. So I'm very proud that you were like, enough is enough. That is a major accomplishment in healing. Great job. Thank you both for being so present in the chat too. I appreciate that. And thanks for anybody that is viewing and watching, bearing with me and Anna again, I'm in New York and she's in Greece, and sometimes connection sucks and sometimes phones overheat and sometimes shit happens, but that's what we're here for. So appreciate anybody that's with us and bear with me while I get back our co-host. uh, I'm glad that you've enjoyed it. So I will not it's not going to be a spoiler, but I plan on having Beth on one of these in the near future. So I'm glad that you've enjoyed what you've watched, and I look forward to you being a part of it. I really, really, really do. I really, really do. It's Ayla, thanks. I'm so glad that you enjoy it. Anna's coming back now. This is wonderful. Oh, she joined the chat too. Oh, everybody's sending the hearts. I don't know if are you here? Are you here now? Okay, good. She's back.
I'm back. My phone keeps overheating, so I need a
That's
new phone, and I'm
appar
just
no, it's
stuck.
apparently your life is too hot. It's too hot in Greece.
Too hot to handle, you know?
It's funny. But you were saying obviously that, you write about your chaotic love life, which I think again, dating it's great that you have that view. Because I know that we talk separately outside of Substack, and it's just like it's okay. I think there's like some type of shame of like there's one thing to sleep around, there's another thing to date around. I think it's okay to date people. I think it's okay to meet new people. I
Yeah,
think it's okay to have conversations with different people. If you close yourself off to stuff like that, then you're closing yourself off to your own evolution, I feel like. So I
agreed.
love everything that you do. And I think you know that.
And I love everything you do. Like I'm one of your quiet readers recently because I've just been quiet in general. But hold on, my Wi-Fi sucks. So I'm gonna go data really quick.
You're fine. Uh,
Momentarily. Okay. Y'all got me.
but you're here.
Am I here?
Yes, you're here.
Okay. Thank God. So sorry. It's, like, embarrassing. Um,
It's totally life, and I love it. I love that it happens too because
yeah,
that's
I
what
work
this is
remote,
about.
but I can't get my phone to work for Alive for an hour. It's crazy.
It's fine. It's fine.
And it's funny because I have, like, such a crystal clear picture of myself too. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, this is great. It's going great." And then it's like, I don't hear you for 30 seconds. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Um, but yes. Yes, piggybacking on everything you just said, I think it's great to date different people. Like, obviously, I'm experiencing different cultures because obviously there's Greek people here, but Athens is a melting pot. It's in the middle. It's kind of like a blend of Middle Eastern culture with European culture. So you have a lot of really interesting um, blitz here, just in general, food wise, music wise, everything. So um, I've learned so much about myself through these experiences. And I think that's been the biggest thing. Like, I feel so much more complete than I did even 6 months ago because I've gotten to experience so much life. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I
You're
mean,
like,
it's
yeah, I know.
I've I've heard, I've read, I've seen, I've watched, like, I, like, like I
Yeah.
told you, I vicariously sometimes live through you because, um, I don't wanna say that I feel like I'm stuck right now, but I do feel like, I came back to New York for a purpose, and my time here is not yet through, but I know that in my
Yeah.
future there will be a lot more traveling, and I am that person that will create the map, like the globe, not just of the United States, like the globe, and meet some of these people that I've had conversations with on here because why not? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
Substack is giving me a roadmap of go to these places and experience life and meet these people in their world and see what it's like. Because
Yeah.
the big takeaway for me when we first did this was, what's something you would tell somebody who's never left their hometown? Like, you could answer that because I feel like that's, like, the full circle moment. Like, I think a lot of us who, and there's nothing wrong with it, who are born and raised in a space and stay in that space and then make, have their own family, create their own family, and then generationally just passing that space on, I think is absolutely fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I do believe that every human being once in their life needs to leave where they're from, at least once,
Yeah.
and go anywhere,
Agreed.
like
Agreed.
anywhere, because I think it'll be a very eye-opening situation. And I live in a state where New Yorkers are through and through. They like live and breathe New York, and they love it here. Why would they go anywhere else? And it's just like, because the world is so big and
Yeah.
beautiful, with so many people. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. So, y you wanna answer is you say full words. You want me to answer that question?
You can answer that question. Yeah. What's something you would tell somebody if they've never left? Or, well, like, how would you encourage
Uh,
somebody to do that?
just go. Just just go because I definitely like, my family is I mean, we're you'll read about it if you go creep on my Substack at all, but I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm from a suburb of Nashville, and, my family is from there. Uh, they've all stayed there. Everybody's kinda gone to college, but then come back, and I knew for me, like, I actually tried Florida as well because that's where I work, but Florida wasn't for me. I came back to Nashville for a little bit, but I definitely had this restless energy of, like, I'm not supposed to go yet, and I don't know where I'm supposed to go, but I have to go somewhere, and it's not here. My life is not here. And that was I'll be honest, it's a really heartbreaking realization as well because it's everything you've ever known and loved, and, like, all your favorite people are there, and your bars are there, and, like, your grandma's there, and, like, like, I had such a hard time doing that, but the version of me who exists today is above and beyond anything I could have ever imagined for myself. Like, I'm a better sister, I'm a better daughter, I'm a better professional because I've gone and it sounds so corny, but,
Mm-mm.
I mean, you've known me for a couple months now, and I'm sure you can even see a difference in how, like, I approach stuff. Like, I give no fucks, first of all, so, like, you never have to worry about a filter, but, um I do. I'm still compassionate first, and like I love people, and I think that this experience has made me love people on a deeper level because I've had to, and I've been clinging on to people that I meet and connect with because my family's 5,000 miles away. So, um, to wrap it all up, because I am word vomiting, um, go even if it's just for 6 months. You can always go back, and that's okay. It's not a failure if you go back. It's just confirmation that you were where you were supposed to be. For me, this is confirmation that I was not where I was supposed to be.
I love that you say it like that too, because I have unpacked a little bit of my Florida life in my Florida series, and I
Yeah.
talk about how I felt like I let my pride keep my soul hostage in a state that I was never supposed to be in. Because I did think that if I didn't stay in Florida and I went back to New York, that I somehow failed. So the fact that you just gave everybody viewing this the understanding that it's okay to go try someplace new and it's okay if it doesn't work. Like, that's completely okay.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to hold yourself to it. Before we move
Yeah.
on, there are a couple of comments that I just wanted to bring up
Okay.
real quick. Um, so about this, it says, Ayla says it's soul energizing travel. Sunny says expand your safe space, experience life from other cultures. How awesome. That is actually very awesome. A gypsy soul. I feel like I have a gypsy soul. As long as I can bring my dog with me, I literally will go anywhere. I don't care. Anywhere.
Good. Yep.
Beth asks a very interesting question because I could definitely relate to this. She says, for those who have experienced trauma, do you find it hard to find a sense of home? I don't know if you can
Yeah.
answer that, but I feel like I could answer that. Um,
You go ahead.
so as a very young person, like a child, I definitely struggled with my home being a safe space, especially as I feel like I'm the empath of the family. I'm the emotional one in the family. A lot of my immediate, my mom, dad, and my sister are not that way at all. They're very logical, and that's fine. But when you're craving an emotional safety, it becomes very difficult to find that within your home. So as a kid, I had identified my home as in my phone, like my home phone number was called place of living. Like, it was very hard for me to even say that that was home.
Mm,
So I can definitely understand with, going through
mm,
things and battling things and struggling with the idea of that this is home. So I don't look at a house or a building or anything as quote unquote home. To me, that is always a place that I just sleep in. I feel like the people that I'm around, the things that I do, that is more home to me. Wherever I feel the safest is where I call home, if that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah. I would echo that. I did not have the same experience as a child, but I did go through some things in my early 20s that made me feel really unsafe and uncomfortable in my own body. So that was something that I really had to get over before I started traveling internationally. Because, you hear all the horror stories of, girls going missing or whatever, or being sexually assaulted. And that's a, part of my story. And I think for me, I'm the same way. Like, home is where I feel safe. Home is where I feel like I can be myself. And there's no one judging me, I'm just there. Like, I get to just exist, and I'm not having to prove anything to anyone. I'm not having to be anything to anybody. I wrote a piece about, being the oldest daughter. I'm the oldest of 4 girls, and I love my sisters, I love my family, we're very very
Boo.
close. That's something I'm very the oldest daughter or the oldest kid, I think, challenging because you're forced to grow up a lot faster and you have to be everything to everybody. You don't get the chance to be a kid. And that's I'm not comparing that to trauma at all, but that is one thing that triggered me to leave. I hate using that word, not trigger in that way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it kind of helped me leave because I said, wow, I've basically lived my whole life since I was 5 years old for my sisters. And now 2 of them are married, one of them has kids, and the baby's about to probably get married soon. And I've been cheering for them their whole lives, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. And they're cheering for me, but it's different. And, it's time for me to cheer for me and for me to
Mhm.
make decisions that are for me. Um, and that's what I found here. So, and I have found home here because I found other people that have similar experiences. And we all just accept each other for who we are, not what we bring to the table. I think that's a really, really big difference.
I love that. I also keep forgetting that you're the oldest. I'm also the oldest, but I only have one little sister, and
Yep.
we're only 19 months apart, but for, like, my entire life, I've always felt like like, my wants, my needs, my stuff, it didn't matter because there was this other little thing that needed something, you know? So I can only imagine
Yep.
if you had 3 other little
Yep.
things that still needed something, how you kept putting yourself kind
Yep.
of on the back burner. So I again, I commend everything that you're doing, and I love that you're finally living your life for you, and I know your next decade that you will walk into is going to be by far your best. Um Ayla said, "I'm about to go for 2 years." I didn't catch where you were going for 2 years, so if you could just let us know. Um,
Yeah. Let us know.
Sunny says, "I think if home is a safe place for you, that's good, but it depends upon where the trauma is." Michelle, thanks for joining. Monday's wife is crying. Ayla says, "Travel soothes me, especially aircraft and new places." So I'll be honest, I hate flying. Like, the thought of getting to
Mm.
another country and it's gonna take me, like, 6 hours, it my ADHD, my everything about me is just like, "No, I can't be in the pl I cannot be stuck on a plane for that fucking long." Like, that whole like, I would need to be knocked the fuck out. Like, I could do it, but just knock me the fuck out. That's why
Do it.
that's why for me well, yeah, but that's finding something that knocks me the fuck out is the hard part. That's legal.
Yeah.
Um Sorry. But it's afternoon time. We're all grown-ups here.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's almost 8 o'clock for me because when we get off here, I'm charging my phone. I'm going to get a
go to
drink. What
bed.
do you need?
Oh, yeah. What do you need? Uh, Nothing. I'm gonna enjoy some sun today. Today is my rest and reset day, and I'm so glad to have this conversation.
Yes.
I needed this more than you knew. Sunny says, "It makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Home could be any word that you're safe and you feel protected." Absolutely. Beth said, "Beautiful." Uh I don't know how to say your name. Krishna, thanks for joining. Sunny said, "What do you do if you like me, you have no family at all?" So I think when you're like mom, dad, siblings, like if none of those people are in your circle, that's when I think you have the most power because now you can go find your family. And I am
yep.
very much all about choosing family too. Like it's cool to have
Yep.
the bloodline, but the bloodline comes with the trauma, comes with all the extra expectations of you. When you get to just go find
Yep.
another human that loves and supports you and will die for you, that's a whole different type of ballgame, my friend.
Yep.
I'm glad I'm having
Agreed.
this. Agreed.
Yes. Yeah. I
Oh,
have nothing to add. Yes.
yes. Ayla says it sounds crazy, but haven't gotten a plan. Thailand and Greece. So obviously, if you go to Greece, go find Anna. She can give you a tour.
Yep. Yep. I have hopped through these islands in more ways than one. I got you.
Yeah, I think Ayla just needs to go to Greece now, and now you have a person that you know, and that could be a friend.
Yes.
All right, as we wind down our hour, um, I want to
Oh,
close this up with your book. So I know we briefly talked about that we both would are working on books. But I want you to give us a minute of your time and tell us about the book you're working on. What's the heartbeat of it? What do you hope readers carry away when they close it?
yeah. So, uh, it's I'm trying to find a way to say it without giving away too
Give it
much.
away.
So,
Yeah, don't give
it's
it away.
basically my life. Um, I'm definitely describing, a woman going through kind of what I just described of feeling like she's on the sideline of everybody else's life and loves it, like loves being everyone's cheerleader, but also realized that she could go do these things herself. Um, and she books a ticket and she moves to another country. And that's basically where it goes. So I originally this book had a whole different direction. If you want to go see the original vision of the book, go read parts 1 through 4 of the because I wanted that to be the story. I was hoping that was my story and that I would get to write a love story. But what I'm coming more to find is that with each person I meet and each man I date or new friend I make, or yeah, I befriend,
Mm.
I find a piece of me in those connections. So I'm trying to convey that through this character as she navigates her way through a new culture and finds more of herself in a place that's not home but becomes home.
I love that. I also think that you're not giving yourself credit. I think it's not gonna be the love story you thought, but it is going to be a love story, my friend, and it's gonna be one that you've fallen in love with, you know?
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And maybe a tattoo artist too.
I'm, like,
Still
secretly
rooting for that.
I was like, I'm secretly rooting for that one too, because that one sounded lovely. Lovely. Well, um, as usual, thank you for doing this with me. Like, I love any moment that I get to spend time yapping and laughing with you. Um, I don't know who's still in here, but thank you everybody who's joined us in the chat and has been so active. Ayla, I wish you the best of luck if you do travel, and I do hope that you go. Anybody in the chat, go subscribe to Anna that is not, and follow her journey because it is inspirational. It is more than just a woman booking a ticket and moving across 5,000 miles away from home. It is definitely about somebody who decided to finally take a chance on themselves, um, understand that they are completely capable of doing everything that they have given others, and she is an amazing human being who deserves all the support in the world. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this Inner Room. With that being said, you've been listening to The Inner Room, a place for deeper conversations, unexpected connections, and the kind of truths that stay with you long after the night goes quiet. Until next time, keep listening inward. Anna, enjoy the bar. Enjoy your first night in a new place. Thank you for being here with us.
Thanks.
Wi-Fi glitching and all. I loved every moment of it. And of course we will be in touch very soon. Um and thank you everybody who's been in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I'll talk to you soon. Bye everybody.
Bye. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.